So hello everyone, we are back again with our new video on SQL tutorial Ebikecho by Ebikecho Groups. Okay, so today we are going to discuss a very means a rare warning that we received like while saving changes to our tables from the SSMS GUI. So basically the error is saving changes is not permitted. Okay, so quickly I will take you to the SSMS SQL Server Management Studio and so if how the error is coming and what we are going to do for resolving that. So first of all, we will connect to our local server and then let's create one new database for this from the GUI itself. So by right clicking here, you can create a new database using the graphical user interface. Click on right click on database and then new database and then create one database. So we will create a database with our channel name abkcho. Okay, now keep all the settings like default and then click OK. Now here our database is created, this abkcho if you can see. Now quickly go and create the tables and create one new table. Okay, so let's create one new table from the graphical user interface itself. Now click on table, right click on the table and new and then table. Then let's create one table for employee. So we can keep employee ID. Okay, and data type should be int and keep it as a primary key, set as primary key. Okay, and we can keep it as an identity column. So by GUI how you can set the identity, that I will also tell you. That you need to scroll here, click on the column, select that column and scroll down, and then here you will get identity specification. Now expand this particular thing and here you go and check is identity, then it's no, then you need to just do it as yes, we need the identity, and then click outside. Then here the identity increment is 1 and identity seed is 1. Okay, so about the identity we have already explained in our previous video for full course, so from there you can check how identity is working and all. Okay, now again go to create one more column. So this column we will keep as employee name, keep it as varchar 50 is fine for now, and then other column like department ID we can keep department ID, then integer and check it all as not null allowed because all are required columns and we need values on that. And then employee name, department ID, employee ID, and then we have employee salary, we can keep employee salary and make it as integer also, integer, and then we can save this. Okay, now save the table, name the table as employee, PLOYWS, employees table. Okay, so this is how you can make your table from the GUI and then cut it. Now what is the error that we need to discuss is like when you refresh the tables, then we will get our table, employee table. Now when you go to design and then you want to change it anything like data type of this column, if you want department ID to be varchar varchar like 10, if you want to change it to varchar 10 and then want to save this, save employees, then we are getting this error. Saving changes is not permitted. The changes you have made require the following table to be dropped and recreated. You have either made changes to table that can't be recreated or enabled the option prevent saving. Changes that require the table to be recreated. Okay. So this is basically a warning that we are getting from SSMS and we are unable to make the changes in this particular table now. So how we can resolve this particular thing? So let's go to the PPT and check what are the causes of this error first. So basically the error save changes is not permitted typically occurs in SQL Server Management Studio. When you attempt to save changes to a table that require the table to be dropped and recreated. So whenever you make the changes like that required dropping or recreating of the table at that particular time, this particular warning you should receive. So this happens because the saving changes that require table recreation option is enabled by default in SSMS. So we will check what is this prevent saving changes option that is set to that we need to enable, and then below are the some scenarios where this error might arise. So in what scenarios this error will arise? Okay, so this error can arise when changing the data type of the column that we have seen currently. Now altering the allow null setting for a column. So go to that. This also we can check. So previously we have not allowed null values here. Now we will allow null value to employee name. Okay, now we can make the change. So see, again we get the error, means the warning you can say. And then what is telling? Reordering column in the table. So now go to the SSMS and try to reorder it. Employee salary we can keep above the department ID. Now save this. Now again we are facing this warning. And again what are the scenario? Adding a new column to the table. So now let's add a new table, new column. So if you want to add a new column, like tell, if you want to add employee code, employee code. So first cancel this and then we will retry. No, now go to again designer and then add one new column, employee code. Employee code, keep it as varchar 10, varchar 10. So if we like to save this, save employee, again we are getting the warning. So how we can resolve this particular warning? Okay, so now let's take the PPT what we have written there, what to do. Okay, so this restriction is in place to prevent potential data loss or metadata issue during the table recreation. Like if we are changing the data type of a column or adding new column, then the metadata of the table is recreated. So this restriction is for preventing that potential data loss. Okay, and if you like to bypass this error, you can either use transact SQL command to make the changes or disable the prevent saving changes that require table recreation option in SSMS setting. So in SSMS setting, either we can change it to change the prevent saving changes. We can enable that particular option, or we can use the transact SQL. But there is a big note, like disabling this option means which option? Disabling the prevent saving changes option comes with risk, so proceed with caution. So we need to be very careful while means enabling this particular option. So first of all we will check if we can do this particular thing from the query or not. Okay, so no. Okay, now if we want to let's take we want to create a, what I can say, we want to create a constant. Let's create a constant here. Now go to query, new query. So new query option you will get here. When you right click on the database, then go to new query. Now alter table, alter table. Let's add a default constant in d employees. Copy, alter table, table name, add constant, add constant. So constant name we need to give. So for default constant we have the prefix as df underscore the table name, and this is the type of the constant is default. I hope you all will be aware of creating how to create the constants and all. And we are also going to cover all these in our videos, so you can watch our tutorial also for getting details on how to create the constant, how to use the constant, and all like that. So now we are proceeding on this. So alter table employees, add constant, constant name, default, and one on one for department ID. Depart department ID. Okay, department ID. As you all know that SQL is not a case sensitive language, so either we can mention in caps, that will also work. Okay, so command completed successfully. As you can see here, when we are using the like query, then we can be able to update the changes on the table. But when we are doing from graphical user interface, then we are unable to do this. So for doing this, either you can use the query, or one thing you can do, you can enable the this prevent saving changes in our SSMS setting. So how you will enable this? So just you need to go to tools, click on tools, then options, and then you need to go to designer, and in designer you can see here we have prevent saving changes that require table recreation. Okay, so currently it's enabled, and by default also it is enabled. So you can disable this and then click OK. Okay, and now when you go to the design, and now when we want to add a column, like if you want to add a column like employee ID, employee ID, employee ID, let's take it as varchar, column name employee ID not employee code, sorry, employee code. Now keep it as n varchar, keep it like that only. And now if we want to allow null here, and in department ID we want to change it to varchar also, all the changes we will do here, and check if this is taking the change or not. Varchar 50. Okay, and allow null here also. Now save your changes, save employees. Now you can see it has saved the changes. So these two things you need to do. Okay, either you can go to tools and then options and then designer, and uncheck this particular prevent saving changes that required table recreation, or you can directly query that change that you want to do and do it like that. But be cautious on disabling that option, because it may increase the risk of data means data loss or metadata changes. So be cautious on that and be careful on that particular part. And in projects, if you go in companies and all, so basically all the administrator will handle these parts. So might be you will not have that option, so you can use the transact SQL commands to do the changes as per your requirement, or you can connect to the administrator also and tell them to do the required changes. And thank you for watching, my friends. Okay, keep with us, more videos are on the way. And like, subscribe and share the channel SQL tutorial Ebikacho. Thank you.